On the news tonight, again, Nigerians urged to remain resilient as efforts are ongoing to cushion daunting challenges. Plus, 6 years after, of a robbery gang sentenced to death by hanging. Good evening and welcome to NTA Ijebu ode News at 7. I am Ijebu ode. Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has acknowledged the 25-year of unbroken democracy in Nigeria as a testament to the will of the people to attain and sustain freedom and liberty for posterity. As the nation celebrates the 64th independence anniversary, the government image maker called on Nigerians to sustain the spirit of resilience as the government intensified efforts to cushion numerous and daunting challenges. Salihu Abdullahi Guarara's report will be brought to you in our subsequent bulletin. Moving on, Vice President Kashim Shettima has welcomed ExxonMobil's proposed $10 billion investment in Nigeria's deep water oil operations, describing it as a clear testament to the administration's economic reforms and investment-friendly policies. This is coming during a high-level meeting with ExxonMobil executives on the sidelines of the ongoing 79th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York, United States. State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jubrila reports.
This potential investment aligns with the Tinubu administration's vision for a more investment-friendly Nigeria. Vice President Kashim Shettima explains President Tinubu administration's effort in ensuring ease of doing business in Nigeria, highlighting recent policy changes to unify the exchange rate, remove fuel subsidy, and implement tax reforms. Addressing the specific concerns of the oil and gas sector, the Vice President said the goal is to strike a balance between attracting investment and ensuring fair returns for the Nigerian people. Chairman and Managing Director of ExxonMobil affiliates in Nigeria, Shem Harris, reaffirmed the company's commitment to investing in Nigeria. The centerpiece of ExxonMobil's new strategy is the Owo project, a substantial subsea tieback that could represent a $10 billion investment. Meanwhile, the international maritime giant DP World has announced plans to develop a multi-billion-dollar port project in Nigeria. Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayman, the group chairman, revealed the company's intention during a courtesy visit to Vice President Kashim Shettima on the sidelines of the ongoing United Nations General Assembly in New York. The proposal comes as a direct response to President Tinubu's drive and effort to improve the ease of doing business in the country. The DP World chief expressed confidence in the Nigerian economy, citing the country's vast import and export market as a key factor in their decision to invest. Vice President Kashim Shettima said the proposal is a testament and commitment to attracting foreign investments to Nigeria. He assured the investors of the government's full support and the administration's dedication to facilitating foreign investment and economic growth. From New York, Abraham Jubrila, NTA News.
Ogun State Governor Dr. Abiodun is assuring that governors from the southern Nigeria will intensify collaboration with traditional rulers to foster peace, unity, and development across the region. Governor Abiodun, who is the chairman, Southern Governors Forum, stated this while receiving members of the Technical Committee of Southern Nigeria Traditional Rulers Council in his office. Akim Jimo reports.
Members of the Traditional Council are in Ogun State to brainstorm on common issues bordering on relationship, economic cooperation, security of lives and property in southern Nigeria. The leadership of the council, while underscoring the role of traditional institutions in nation building, urged Nigerians to exercise more patience with the federal government, assuring of a better tomorrow.
We issue statements calling for peace and asking people to unite and give the government time. Yes, there's a problem that people are hungry, but it will come to pass.
We will work with the Southern Governance Forum to make our own contributions in every sector of the economy.
We want unity, we want peace, we want to make sure that our interests are well protected.
Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun acknowledges the pivotal roles of traditional institutions in the country and promised effective collaboration with the institution for the overall development of the country.
The current situation in our country demands all our collective effort and collaboration. Your roles as traditional rulers have a significant impact on the peace, security, prosperity of the southern states. I believe that through dialogue and partnership with you, we can effectively address these issues.
Governor Abiodun also commended the federal government for the award of contract for the construction of the all-important Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road. In Abeokuta, Hakeem Jimo, NTA News.
In a bid to promote mathematical excellence, the Mathematics Association of Nigeria, MAN, has honored outstanding visionaries, educators, scholars, and students at its maiden award ceremony held at Ijebu Ode Grammar School. Zainab Openiyi reports.
The maiden award ceremony of the Mathematical Association of Nigeria, MAN, is among others aimed at celebrating outstanding achievements in mathematics education and research. The Honorable Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Ogun State, and Chairman of the Day, Professor Abayomi Arigbabu, appreciated the guests and the association, while the guest speaker, Dr. Yusuf Adiola, Principal Director, Ijebu Division, Ogun State, delivered a keynote address on trailblazers in mathematics, honoring visionaries, educators, and scholars. He highlighted mathematics education pivotal role in Nigeria's development.
It's a welcome development, and I want to sincerely congratulate the members of the executives of the block of the Mathematical Association of Nigeria for being very thoughtful at putting this together.
For you to be a trailblazer, we are bound to come across challenges. You are bound to come across obstacles. But you have to be persistent. You keep on to it.
A welcome address was delivered by the Ijebu Block Administrator of MAN, Alhaja Balogun Halima Oluwatoyin, emphasized the purpose of the award ceremony is to acknowledge the hard work, perseverance, and dedication of mentors, leaders, committed teachers, and students in mathematics, as well as fostering a culture of innovation and excellence.
Today, we celebrate not just individual success, but also the spirit of dedication and excellence that each of our awardees embodies.
Special awardees shared their feelings and contributions to the association, while student awardees expressed gratitude as appreciation and advice to their fellow colleagues.
For you to be recognized means that every effort you are putting in the past is being seen by people. And I want to thank the organizer for appreciating my efforts and for being able to reward me today.
For Ijebu people to recognize the work I've been doing in the state, it made me proud. And with that, I promise that I will put more effort to this great association.
Going through, perusing, moving around all the six local governments, but I thank God that the foundation I helped them to lay that time is what we are reaping the fruit today.
I return to justify this award by proving that I am truly deserving of it, by helping my mates in school with their mathematical problems and going for more competition.
I would advise them to work hard and study so that they can have an award like this.
Mathematical Association of Nigeria's maiden award ceremony celebrated excellence, inspiring future generations to pursue mathematics and contribute to Nigeria's development. In Ijebu Ode, Zainab Openiyi, NTA News.
You are still watching NTA Ijebu Ode News at 7. The news continues shortly. Don't go away.
Ambition. My G, for our ambition, we go hard.
We go day night till we make it.
We go hard till we find that perfect beat.
The perfect beat, the one the world will put on repeat.
So we chase greatness in every moment, making every naira count.
We put out content after content till it's comment after comment. And with Glow by our side,
we have more to offer.
Because the MyG bundle comes with bonuses, giving you way more data value and way more steez on IG, Snapchat, TikTok, WhatsApp, Glow TV, Audiomack, and Boomplay in one fly package. Dial *312# now and select MyG bundle.
Glow Unlimited.
Welcome back. The leadership of the National Assembly has inaugurated newly appointed chief commissioners and other commissioner designates of the Public Complaints Commission, charging them on the mandate of ensuring justice is served to both the poor and the rich. National Assembly correspondent Joshua Ogunjide has details.
The moment stakeholders believe embodies the essence of the National Assembly's commitment to transparency, accountability, and justice. Not just about taking oath of allegiance, but a matter of founding worthy Nigerians, fit in character and pedigree in undertaking national assignment.
We expect this current Public Complaints Commission to borrow a leaf from Bob Man and be involved in investigative actions designed to expose the sore points of our nation's social, economic, and political lives. We expect you to identify and stand up against systemic injustices and corruption prevalent in our society.
Adoption of the complaints management system, a nationwide media campaign alongside collaboration with sister agencies, is hence imperative for the appointees to succeed.
We intend to facilitate this by ensuring that the Senate and House committees on public petitions work closely with the PCC in reviewing these trends and translating them into actionable legislative and policy changes.
The Public Complaint Commission is established as a vital institution for safeguarding the right and interests of our citizens, as well as addressing our grievances against any institution in Nigeria.
The 10th National Assembly is committed to building on the gains by prioritizing its strategic legislative actions to address bottlenecks, which include administrative delay, inadequate resources and funding.
I can assure you, sir, that nothing will be left unturned as far as our assignment or objectives of this commission is concerned.
To try and look into public complaints from public and also organizations, whether private or public organization. And we have to do it with the fear of God.
As custodians of public trust, the 37 commissioners of the PPC are enjoined to remember that their work will touch lives, as they are expected to listen to people's grievances as well as address them. From the National Assembly, Joshua Ogunjide, NTA News.
A Kwara State High Court has convicted and sentenced Ayo Akibosun and 4 others to death by hanging over their involvement in the deadly April 2018 bank robbery in Offa. About 30 people comprising policemen and civilians were killed during the robbery. Abdulafiz Alaya's report is here presented.
April 5, 2018 was a date to remember in Offa, as daredevil robbers invaded the town and robbed at least 5 commercial banks. Many people, including 9 policemen, were killed in the process, and undisclosed amount of money carted away by the robbers. Ayode Akinibosun and 4 others were arraigned for illegal possession of firearms, armed robbery, and culpable homicide. After 6 years of legal battle, Justice Alima Salman finally put the case to rest by convicting the 5 defendants. The judge, in about 4 hours' ruling, sentenced the convicts to death by hanging as prescribed by the law.
Trial has been concluded today, and then His Lordship saw that the prosecution has proved his case beyond reasonable doubt, and then convicted them for those 3 major offenses: armed robbery, culpable homicide punishable with death, and unlawful possession of firearm. and on possession of firearm, His Lordship reduced from 10 to 3 years.
Of course, in line with AG or your state against Bilo, it's an automatic appeal. It's an automatic appeal, and definitely it's going to stay. So I think it's one of those things that Mr. Emeryville started doing, comparing the record and what have you, so that at least we move to the upstairs.
Ayọ̀adé Akínníbọ̀sún, Azeez Salaudeen, Niyi Ogundiran, Ìbíkúnlé Ògúnléyè, and Adeola Abraham were among the gang led by a dismissed policeman, Michael Adiku, who later died in police custody.
And that wraps it up on tonight's edition of NTA Ijebu Ode News at 7. Up next is the news translation in Yoruba. I am Iyabo Wale Eri. Good evening.
Don't worry, we'll talk later, yeah?
Buddy,
how far?
give me small spot and beg. Make I play game. Beg.
Oh, yeah, now.
Thanks, G.
No, season 5 don't come out. But they are far now. I got you.
Buddy, I beg, make I connect. I beg, I need to stream. That was back now.
Enjoy 100% data bonus with live data. Dial *312# to enjoy. Power your relentless ambition with ultra high speed data. Glow Unlimited.